Hi guys! Today review of a bag which I've had for quite some time. Not used that often, but she's probably still one of my favorite bags just because she's so iconic and so pretty, and was on my wish list for so long, and she's one of those few bags where I throw my rule of get used or go overboard. So a lot of the time she sits in my wardrobe, but yeah, I don't think I'll ever let her go. This is her. It's the Mulberry Bayswater in NVT printed oak, and she still smells absolutely delicious of leather. You can see it has this gorgeous sheen on the leather. And she's, I guess, the bigger sister of my little Ledbury, which I do use a lot. Absolutely love the shape. Instantly recognizable, if you ask me, as a Mulberry. And it just feels like the kind of bag that's sort of like an investment piece. Sturdy, quite weighty, which can be an issue because she's heavy, but weighty in a good way, as in there's a lot of leather in here. It's a substantial bag. So what I thought is, I've already loaded her up, so let's just measure her, and I'll show you what's in there, and we'll just have a quick look at the features. So measurements first. Excuse the sniffles because I've got a bit of a cold. Just in time for Christmas. We have got width about 37 centimeters. Whoops. Height is about 26. Depth about 16. Handle drop 14. So I can get her on my shoulders, certainly without a coat. I can squeeze on my shoulders with a coat as well. But I know it probably depends, obviously, whether you've got bigger boobs, whether you're bigger, how voluminous your coat is, whether you can actually squeeze it on, and whether you're comfortable carrying it like that. I prefer carrying my bag like that as opposed to this or this. So when I do take her out, I tend to carry her on my shoulder. Now what I've done is, she does come with a cloche. I put the cloche on there because it was doing my head in that the cloche, which is normally attached here or here, would drag down the handle if I let go of the handle, and then flop down here somewhere, or even just whilst I walk, flop against there. So it just really annoyed me, and I just think that you can still see it. It's nice. It's a little feature, but it's out of the way really, because let's face it, you're not going to attach it to there, are you? So there, I've loaded her up for a trip out. Maybe I'm going into town, do some Christmas shopping. So I've got in there sort of my essentials to be out for the day without the little one. And yeah, let's have a look. Open her up. Inside is self-lined. Or is it double? I don't know, but it's suede. That's just where the smell hits you again. Now, because I'm Christmas shopping, it is seasonal. Oh, sorry, the sun just came out. Do you see that up there? That shape there? You see a little Christmas tree? I've got our Christmas decorations in the window. Let's show you quickly. There we go. Because we have no tree this year, so I'll put all the Christmas decorations in the window, including the lights all attached with suction cups. Anyway, sorry, totally besides the point. That just made me smile. So we're out Christmas shopping. Obviously outside it might be very cold, so I'm going to wear a scarf, and as soon as you go inside somewhere it's going to be roasting, you want to be able to take that scarf off and just shove it away. So you can do that. You've got space for your scarf in there. Ditto your gloves. So they're away. What else have I got in there? I've got my keys. Excuse me. I've got my purse, which is the Mulberry French purse in oak, which I still love. It's starting to get little sort of scratches and marks and stuff, and actually I really like that. It gives it character, and it after a while it all sort of blends together into one colour. I've got my inhaler in there because I don't go anywhere without that. I also have my little naked cow Fodori or Midori or whatever you want to call it. We've got 4 inserts in there, and one of these inserts hosts my bullet journal and all my lists, my to-dos, my Christmas shopping list. So if I can, I tend to take it with me. I don't know whether I would, if it was bigger, maybe I'd just migrate my shopping list onto a piece of paper or a smaller notebook or something, but reasonably compact, and I've got big bags, so why the hell not? I have got my multi-zip purse. Now there's probably some stuff in there which I might not need, but I just thought I'll show it fits in there very easily. You know what, and I should have shown you what the inside looked like when it was all full. We've got in there a couple of sort of store vouchers. We've got in there lip balm and tampons. I've got my headphones and what's in there. A couple of things for the Midori, and there are some stickers for the Midori as well. So rather than take it all out and put it back in, I tend to leave it all together. That's that. And then I have shopping bag number 1, which folds down really nice and compact. Love this little one. Shopping bag number 2, which is actually a Mulberry one. I love this one, especially since all the other ones I have are all lighter fabric and they look dirty really quickly. And then you wash them and the print goes and stuff. So this one is probably just as dirty. Although I do take reasonable care of them. I don't put them on the floor, but you can't see it. I've got my pencil case where I've got different coloured pens in. I've got, of course, tissues because I'm always sniffly. And because I'm going on the train, I have a German magazine which is called Landlust, which I love. It's trying to think of, there are English equivalents, but it's like a countryside-y kind of magazine. It's all about seasonal things, including recipes and things to do at home, and then it has lovely interior bits and just gorgeous seasonal landscape things. And anyway, it's one of those kind of, actually it's one of those you want to light a fire at home and curl up. You know what, I might do that after lunch. Have a read of this because I haven't even looked at that yet. Got an umbrella in there. My phone, of course. You know what I've forgotten, but it would easily fit in there, is my train ticket, my train card, season ticket, and I've got my checkbook in here. Don't really know why. I usually just take that to work to write checks for nursery, and that's it. So we've got everything. I'll just show you the inside. Should have shown you when it was all filled up, but it is quite cavernous. You do get a huge amount in there. Now, I don't have excuse me, a Samorga specifically for this one, but I do have my Alexa Samorga here, so colour doesn't really go, and it's not the Bayswater Samorga. I believe the Bayswater Samorga is a little bit bigger, but I just thought we'll pop it in there. I haven't tried this yet, and we'll just see, make a judgment call whether this would work. Pop it in. And I usually want the key fob at the front right, so put it in accordingly. I'm going to move it all the way to one side, and we've got about yay much on that side. So, you see that? So in terms of depth, there isn't an awful lot of space, probably a centimetre or so, but because it's not rigid, it sort of goes round here, it's not a huge amount. So if you've got an Alexa and a Bayswater and you really can only afford, or you only want to buy one Samorga, it's worth getting the Alexa one. It's slightly smaller. It will kind of work in your Bayswater rather than the other way around. The Bayswater Samorga will be too big for your Alexa. I guess the same applies to any other kind of liner, any other branded liner like Love Lolo or whoever else you would like to order one from. So obviously personal preference. But yeah, so the Alexa one will fit the Bayswater, just not very snugly. So if you want to protect the entire lining, it's not going to do that for you. But it'll give you that extra bit of structure, even though this Bayswater is quite structured. Other Bayswaters obviously aren't as rigid, and also it'll give you the benefit of the big different pockets, and obviously, as I just said, the protection, since it's all suede lined. So there we go. So this is, as I said, the Mulberry Bayswater NVT printed oak, one of my absolutely favourite bags, hugely iconic, and instantly recognisable Mulberry. And I hope you found this useful, and let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.